And that's why it was itching in the no-nos.
It happens that way sometimes. You got to be very careful with those things.
They make an ointment, apparently. Oh, shit, we're live.
Guys, this is Monkey in the Morning. I'm Monkey Jack. Say hi, Jack.
Hi, everybody.
Jack, how you doing today, man?
Oh, not bad. How you doing?
But we're here tonight to talk about lots of things. Actually, we're mostly going to talk about one thing because I'm so fucking tired of white women, if I'm being just perfectly honest.
Well, I mean, aren't we all?
But before we get to that, look, guys, if you're here for the collective shout stuff, we will get to it here shortly. But there's a few things to talk about before that, Jack. For instance, me making my wife cry.
What? What'd you do that for?
Well, I didn't mean to. I didn't know I was going to make her cry. Why did that just do that?
Oh, I think we're all kind of disappointed in you right now.
Well, you see, it started when I decided to go to sleep. And then I woke up and Hulk Hogan was dead.
Yeah, well, we all know your dream power has killed Hulk Hogan, making third in the trifecta for whatever dark god your dream aspects worship.
And we have a family chat in our, with texting. And I was the one that broke the news that Hulk Hogan died, which made my wife cry because when she explained it to me, it made sense to me why she cried. Her parents were going through a rather bitter divorce when Hulkamania was running wild.
Oh.
And she said that back then, the one bright spot in her week was watching WWF every night. Or what was it, Saturdays that it was on?
I don't know. I never got to watch it that often.
And so this has some major impact on her psyche from childhood. And I destroyed it. Like, thanks for making me out to be the dick, Hulk. You asshole. I saw it. I'm convinced, Jack, that there's something in the universe that causes me to kill people when I sleep.
Dude, I've been telling you that for a year and a half now.
But even different from what you think. Because, I haven't thought of Hulk Hogan in years, right?
Uh-huh.
But the other day, when I wasn't feeling well, and I'm just sitting here watching reaction videos, I saw somebody react to Rocky 3. And I'd completely forgot Hulk Hogan was in that. 3 days later, he's dead.
Wow. At least you didn't watch Thunder in Paradise or Suburban Commando. The whole cast of those films might have died.
I have to be careful not to be exposed to anything from my childhood or I'm killing people.
Apparently.
Damn.
I know. It's bad. I don't know how you developed these powers, but you need to use them for good.
Before the show, a donation came in that said, "Damn it, Monkey, watch black and white movies. This will make more sense if Jack is here." And I'll tell you who said that as soon as this loads up. Thank you, JB.
Also, thank you, JB, before the stream. Money for Jack. Yay, that's my favorite. Was watching The Hidden Fortress today. Never paid attention, but holy shit, those two peasants are not only fucking idiots, but treacherous assholes. Neat they inspired C-3PO and R2-D2. Yeah, I know, right? They're sort of like the treacherous Greek chorus. Great movie.
Never seen it. And
well, it's black and white. You saw it when it was called Star Wars.
Oh, okay. Well,
it was one of the main inspirations for Star Wars.
I enjoyed Star Wars because it wasn't black and white.
I know.
Yeah.
Did you like the 1980s Flash Gordon film?
I saw that one time when I was like 10, bro.
I love that movie. It's so cheesy.
I might have liked it. I have no idea, honestly. Damn it, Monkey. Next you'll kill ugly naked guy. Stop it. He already died. Anyway, so yeah, Hulk Hogan died, and that completed the 3. I was about to say hoping it was Joe Biden. No, I was really thinking it was going to be Joe Biden. Whoops.
Yeah, apparently your subconscious had a different agenda.
Apparently, went after
apparently is the angel of death, by the way.
Look, I like Hulk Hogan for the celebrity that he was. I enjoyed the wrestling back in the day. And let's be honest, WWF doesn't, now WWE, because some people thought you might confuse Hulk Hogan with a panda bear.
Hey, the World Wildlife Federation had that trademark well before WWF came around. They just didn't bother to enforce it.
And nobody cared. And WWF, the wrestling organization, goes on for almost 2 decades before World Wildlife Fund is. People might confuse us.
Hey, wait a minute. We own that. That's how that happened. I would put money on it.
They switch over to WWE, but without Hulk Hogan, WWF never gets as big as it was. He was the brand when it blows up in the 80s. He beats Iron Sheik. I don't know if you watched that. I've seen that match. It was great.
I don't like wrestling all that much.
Oh, fair enough.
My grandpa loved it. He was like, "You can't fake that." Yeah, you can, Grandpa. Grandpa also used to argue with himself a lot. So
a lot of what they do in there is absolutely real. Is it as dangerous as it's portrayed? No. They're stuntmen.
Yeah, they actually do get injured. It does take a degree of athleticism.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It's a soap opera. And it's,
exactly. The outcomes are fake. The storylines are fake, but the physicality of it is pretty real. You can't fake lifting somebody in the air and slamming them over your head.
Yeah. Granted, they're on like a tough trampoline. Yep. So I mean, when they stomp, it makes the noise. But yeah, it still requires a whole lot of athleticism, and I respect them for that because it's incredibly draining to do that much exercise effectively. They all have to be in good shape.
The whole argument about it being fake. Yes. That they're not really hating each other and beating each other in the streets, and no, that's all show. But the athleticism is real. It doesn't blow up. Even the side shoot wrestler things like NWA or WCW. These ones do not blow up without Hulk Hogan becoming the massive brand that he was.
Oh yeah, and it led to everybody around him, all the other like key wrestlers, really getting a lot of brand deals.
Yeah,
so it would be really hard to hold that against him. Like Roddy Piper, Jake Snake, all those guys built.
There's no snap into a Slim Jim without Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah, and Ric Flair. He effectively, almost single-handedly, turned it into $1 billion industry.
Yes, and that's not to take away from anybody else, but he was the brand. People tuned in to watch Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, he was the face of it. So.
And as great as that is, if you like wrestling, what I really appreciate about Hulk Hogan is him taking down Gawker.
Yes. Well, we all appreciated that. That was sort of like the pinnacle of his life right there, was to destroy some of the biggest scumbags on the planet.
Look, Hulk was banging another dude's wife. I don't really care. And
it's none of our business.
Yeah, and these guys came out to try to ruin him and ended up paying for it. So fuck them, and may they rest in hell.
Yeah.
But Hulk, thanks for the memories, my friend. I was one of those kids who enjoyed watching.
Yeah, and he was a cultural icon for the 80s and even the 90s, I would argue. So he was just one of those touchstones of our youth that is now gone, much like Ozzy. And so many greats before and after.
Well, he blows up in what, like 84, 85 is when that really takes off.
Yeah.
And here we are in 2025, and my feed was blown up with Hulk Hogan today.
Oh, it was crazy. I saw so many clips of Hulk Hogan today. It was insane.
And the number of people like, look, monkey, here's the third one you killed. Fuck all you. But anyway, yeah.
I'd like to point out that I restricted that to DMs with other people.
Look, it's part of the lore. I can't stop that train.
Right? It really has become a thing, though. Every time you're like, I'm going to bed, something horrible happens.
People keep telling me that I killed Chuck Mangione. I don't think I killed him if I don't know who they are. I had to look him up to find out who he even was.
The real Chuck Mangione or the one from AP's chat?
The real one.
Oh, okay. I don't care about him.
He passed away.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that that was a real person. I thought it was the guy from AP's chat.
I'm fairly certain my power only works on people I knew or know of and natural disasters. So
yeah.
Unless he died in an earthquake I caused, that one's not on me.
Well, I mean, maybe. I mean, that was a little before our time. I think you're limited, like Quantum Leap, to murdering people from your lifetime.
In your own lifespan.
Yeah. So your dream murder powers don't extend to people that were famous before you got to them, before you popped out.
Fair. All right. This next one is just a curiosity that popped up that may end up being a show tomorrow, Jack. We'll have to see, or the day after. The Quartering just tweeted this out a few minutes ago, right before the show. Someone sent me all the private DM chats with Hillary Crowder, Steven Crowder's ex, and just about every single female conservative YouTuber personality you would know. It's mind-blowing how these women, and some men, all groveling, fighting for her money. This is nuts. Sending them to my lawyer to clear everything. If I'm you and what you've told us so far, I would not say anything. I'm just going to throw that out there right now.
I wouldn't have posted this if I was him. This is dumb. This is a good way to get sued.
Yep.
And she's got the money to do it, by the way.
Sending them to my lawyer to clear everything for release because this is going to bring down massive creators. Think 6 and 7 figure subscriber conservatives, females, and a few males, all being exposed at once. Their careers will be over.
So life ruination is what you do now?
It's a stated goal.
Yeah. That's pretty gross.
Bro, the only career we've seen you destroy is your own.
Yeah, he's pretty good at that. Buy his coffee, nobody. Look, I don't understand what his point here is. Like, people want to interview her, or they want to like team up with her or something. So fucking what? That's their business. Why are you interfering in their business?
Because he's never gotten over being wrong on all of that, and not everybody running to him going, "You're right, she's a cunt," for the way he treated her.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid the phrase, but this sounds a little bit like tortious interference.
A little bit.
Or extortion.
But I love the first part that someone sent this. Well, my guess would be that the conversations that they're going to get, if there are these, came from the court records. I mean, we know that's when Pearlie started. Look, I got all the receipts. Nobody else got it. Steven Crowder sent them to her from the court filings, because that pussy won't do his own dirty work.
Yeah,
just throwing that out there. I'm interested to see if he's man enough to name names there. Who's the someone? I'd really like to know. My guess is it's either going to be Crowder or just Pearlie things.
I was going to guess Sydney Watson, because he was on good terms with her for a long time.
Sydney does not like the Quartering. They had a falling out that has not repaired.
Oh, yeah, I don't know that it could be Steven Crowder, but I don't know. They're both douchebags, so it's hard to tell.
Well, how else do you get I'd love that, all of the private DMs?
It could have been somebody in her inner circle.
Maybe Hillary sent him to her. I don't fucking know. But anyway, Alan, thank you. Says, morning, guys. Becoming a member for month number 20. Good morning. Thank you.
Morning, Alan. Good morning to everybody out there. Yeah, I don't know, but this is stupid. Look, I would totally bang Hillary Crowder. She's a cutie, but doing something like this to her is pretty scummy.
Unless there's something in there that's like, hey, let's all lie about Steven. All you're talking about is maybe people going, hey, I think what you went through sucked, and I'd like to interview you.
That's what it sounds like to me. And why wouldn't conservative women want to interview Hillary Crowder? There's a lot of tea and drama to be had there that would be of interest to internet people in general, both left and right. I mean, everybody likes some drama. And if she's going to spill some secrets or drama stuff, then yeah, a lot of people would tune in. So there's going to be a lot of people that want to talk to her or team up with her and say, hey, we should do a podcast together, like once a week or whatever. So yeah, I could see people doing that. A little bit of clout chasing, some business. Yeah, who cares?
And now you've built this up. It's going to destroy careers of people with 7-figure follower counts, Jack. Gonna destroy them.
Oh my God. People with 7-figure subscriber counts want to interview a celebrity's ex-wife and try and get drama out of it and dollars. Oh my God, that's crazy. Fuck, I would invite Hillary Crowder on here if I thought we could get her to talk.
Fuck yeah. Hey, Bering, in case you're listening tonight, tell your friend that he should probably back off of this one. This is not going to end well for him. Unless there is some bombshell in there. Like literally, hey, we'll help you fake the video that everybody watched. This is a nothing burger at best. But I am going to make fun of him when it comes out. Because I enjoy, kind of like having Hillary Crowder on would get people to tune in. Making fun of this retard gets people to tune in.
Oh, absolutely. We should put him in the thumbnail. No, I think this is a terrible move for him. Eagle makes a good point, though. He said he's got 16 subscribers. It doesn't feel like interviewing anybody.
Oh, wow.
I get it. I get it.
All right. We're here tonight to talk about Collective Shout and white women and feminism, because fuck. Jack.
Monkey.
This Collective Shout thing is blown up because Collective Shout, a group of, how do I want to put this?
Karens?
Post-menopausal Karens from Australia and around the world have now been able to bully payment processors into bullying retailers, including Steam, into blacklisting things.
Yeah.
A handful of old stinky white women are now telling everybody else what they can and cannot do.
Yeah, a bunch of dead eggs are telling everybody you're not allowed to play this kind of game because it's offensive. And as Charlie Voice Critical pointed out in his video, which I thought was a really good video and I recommend it, this is a very dangerous thing to be able to do. Because not only can they bully people for the games that they find morally offensive right now, which are largely like rape and incest scenes and games, so those games have to go away. But then anything that's like anti-feminist is going to be next. It's always incremental to shift the Overton window. So they start with something that everybody agrees is offensive. But they said you shouldn't be able to play that and make money off of it or, develop it. And then it slowly shifts into more and more things. Like they tried this with Grand Theft Auto 5?
Jack's just going to do the whole show in his one little monologue here.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. It really pissed me off. I'm not even a video game player, but this has a lot of implications for other hobbies and other things. Like, seriously. Oh, real fast though.
No,
Thank you.
Before you go on, you're not wrong about anything you've said. It's just he's an hour into the show right now, damn it. He's stealing my thunder.
I'm sorry. I have a lot of caffeine in my system and I'm all worked up. I'm all sex nuts and retard strong. Thank you, Jeremy, who says, Hillary, his sense of humor is absolutely horrid. Pearly, he has a few good jokes. Hillary, bullshit. He steals his shit from a cartoon monkey. Pearly, that bad? Yeah, a monkey and a stick man. Steven can't do shit. It's true. Hit me up, Hillary.
Before we get into just how horrible they are, and again, everything you said is correct there. I do want to explain to the folks who don't know what is going on. And this is a group of conservative feminists.
Moral busybodies.
Yeah, well, the main lady, we'll get to her name in a minute. I forget it. But she is like anti-abortion and anti-porn. You see, she's out there for the moral outrage.
Yeah, this is another moral panic like we saw every couple of years one springs up. But it reminded me of Patricia Paulding. Do you know that name?
It sounds familiar.
Okay, in the 80s, her name was a lot more pronounced. Her son killed himself. And she blamed a little game called Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, yeah.
And she kicked off that moral panic, which gave D&D some of their best sales in the company's history, by the way. But she wrote a book called The Devil's Web, and she founded a group called Bothered About Dungeons and Dragons. And she did the same self-righteous bullshit crusade to try and get bookstores to not carry Dungeons and Dragons stuff, to try and shut down game stores, etc. And that's what this reminds me of. You get a couple of people with a little bit of influence, they suddenly get media attention, and they get a lot of power.
Real quick, I just dropped into chat. It was brought up, so I figured it was a good time to do it. Madam Savvy's video on this. I don't know Madam Savvy, okay? I don't have any relationship with them. This is, as far as I know, the first video I've ever watched on them or from them. But this is a chick who really doesn't like Collective Shout, and goes through and lists a lot of problems with the people involved in it.
Yeah.
So check that out. We're not going to watch it on here because it'd be just one of those times where I'm like, yep, uh-huh.
Yeah, it turned into one of those shitty reaction videos that everybody hates. Yeah, Eagle, and then Tipper Gore got involved. Because once you get a politician or two on board with your cause, then things get scary. And Tipper Gore is why all your awesome albums from the 80s and 90s and beyond had those little warning stickers about explicit lyrics. Because they tried to outright ban stuff, and it didn't work, thankfully. But they tried very hard to ban things so you couldn't purchase them. And I find that repugnant. And whether you like the material or not, it's just don't buy it if you don't like it. It's got a right to exist unless you're actually committing a crime.
All right, instead of telling everybody what Collective Shout is, let's let this little girl do it because they don't believe in child exploitation, Jack.
Oh, of course not. Oh, real fast. Thank you, Captain Cockblock. That's a great name. What a great superhero. Conservative feminist, fancy way of saying busybody, frigid thunder cunts. Yeah. Although that would make a pretty good band name.
Look, feminists and conservative feminists, they all have the same goal, and it's a return to puritanical nonsense, whether the only difference is you're allowed to be a little bit sluttier in the liberal version of it. As long as you're slutty in the way that they approve of you being slutty.
Yeah, you're there's still moral busybodies. There's just slight variations as to what their morals are.
Thank you, Assassin of the Gray. Feminist $12 plus tip times 2. This is the Galactus, Jack, and Talking Simeon show. And do not forget your place, sidekick. Oh, don't forget your place, sidekick. No, this does happen from time to time. A subject will come up, and Jack will jump to the very points that I was going to bring up in like a video or something later. And it just happens because we don't talk about what we're going to talk about on the show before the show. We do it after the show.
He doesn't send me the script until we go live.
Once in a blue moon, I'll send you something and go, hey, check this out if you're not aware of this stuff.
Yeah, it's
but that's as close as we get to any kind of conversation about what's going to be on the show. You guys are getting us live in real time.
I don't know if that's good or not, but it seems to work pretty well for us.
So this is the video on, because Collective Shout has their own YouTube channel. By the way, you can't comment on any of their videos.
No, I'm shocked.
This is the video that that opening video that they're like, this is what my channel is about. This is what the people against child exploitation, having a child, tell us this.
Collective Shout is a grassroots campaigns movement mobilizing and equipping individuals and groups to target corporations, advertisers, marketers, and media which objectify women and sexualize girls to sell products and services.
We're a feminist mafia that will
Right.
extort people if they don't do things that we want.
We will cripple your business and destroy you.
If
Pretty sure she was blinking SOS and Morse code there.
If you watch the Madam Savvy video, one of the ad campaigns they targeted for the sexploitation of tweens featured a grown-ass adult.
I ordered some shock. It hasn't come in yet, so I'm gonna have to just go with you on this one.
I think it was an ad for jeans. Honestly, I don't know, because who can tell? Thank you, Calvin Klein. You've made things really weird out there.
Yeah,
But it's a chick wearing only jeans. She's got no top on, and there's two pictures. One from the back, so you can't see her boobies, and then the one from the front where her hair is covering her boobies, you know, like in the movie Splash, that horrible pornography.
yeah. Oh, monsters! That you saw side boob and partial boob and
You didn't even
front
see
lumps.
You didn't even see side boob. In the one
that's-
from behind,
oh.
you don't see even side boob.
But you saw full backle,
You
didn't
saw
you?
naked back. Yes, you did.
Yeah, full backle. Don't try and dress it up, monkey. It was full backle, and that was obvious that she didn't have anything on, so because you saw her full back.
Yeah, I mean, I saw her back nipples. It was distressing.
Yeah, you saw her shoulder blades, which are the back boobs.
Back nipples, yeah.
So yeah, that is very unwholesome, and it goes against what the Quakers believe. So yeah, that's enough of that. And if you can see the lumps that represent boobs on things, then that's a problem too. That's why Tomb Raider's going to get banned, because you see polygon boobies. Now, you need to dress like this nice young lady who is wearing a very baggy shirt so you don't get distracted by her boobs and have impure thoughts about, I don't know, what is this kid, like
how
16,
come
20, I don't know, 35?
A good question I saw posed to these people is, how come your version of this morality is what we have to settle on? Why isn't this female here covered so all I see is her eyes?
Because the Qatari funders don't like that.
There are parts of the world where this little girl right here would be called a slut for how she's dressed like this.
Oh yeah, I mean, shit.
She'd be a harlot.
The German Caliphate would probably have raped her several times by now.
Anyway, let's let the child tell us more about why you should join this group that doesn't exploit children. Snubber, thank you. I have the dislike extension on. Nearly every video is like 28 to 30, like to 300 to 500 dislike ratio. Oh, over there on, yeah. They've really shot themselves in the foot coming after gamers because we don't play this shit. But anyway.
Collective Shout names, shames, and exposes corporations, advertisers, marketers, and media engaging in practices which are offensive and harmful, especially to women and girls. And
oh my God, are they going to name us? Because that might help our numbers.
I find their use of this girl to be offensive and exploitative.
It absolutely is. They say they don't want to. They're exploiting a child right here to push an agenda.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I have a problem with this. Also, she's a white girl. Why don't they get a minority to do this?
Bro, there ain't no way minority. I didn't even have to be told that Collective Shout was run by white women to know.
I would not have guessed Australia. Yeah, but I wouldn't have guessed Australian white women. That threw me. I thought these would be like California lefties.
Dude, did you pay attention to COVID?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, Australia, especially when it comes to the busybody white ladies, that's like their mecca right now.
Oh, it's crazy. I feel bad for Australia. They are very soon going to end up like Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous.
The only place more cucked than Australia right now is New Zealand, and we don't talk about them because it's New Zealand.
Yeah, they have more sheep than people. Sheep that are probably being raped on the daily by all the migrants.
Dangerous, you're in here, right? I think I saw him already. I'm not wrong on this, right? You guys have a white women problem that makes ours actually look kind of trivial. The problem is you're letting your white women leak out of your borders. You need to get them bitches under control. Whoops, I just said we need to get women under control. My bad. I didn't mean that much.
I was okay with it. I didn't hear anything too out of line.
Men and boys.
Oh, wait.
Check out
That part is one of my favorite parts.
harmful, especially to women and girls, and also to men and boys.
Every so often in their talking points, they'll throw in and men and boys. But they don't give a shit about men and boys. They don't.
Of course not. They did mention the non-binaries.
Thank you, Mighty Balzac. These cunts will have the new Sydney Sweeney ad, or will hate the new Sydney Sweeney ad. I haven't seen it. Is Sweeney showing off her boobies again?
She seems like a fairly attractive young lady, even though she has way too big of boobs.
Check out collectiveshout.org to see which brands exploit women and girls, and together we can make ethical purchases for a world free of sexploitation.
Ethical purchases. I don't like that phrasing. Oh, well, is it fair trade too?
Ethical purchases, so that there's no sexploitation.
Yeah, there's nothing puritanical nor Orwellian about that.
This is all blowing up right now because of this. Open letter to payment processors profiting from rape, incest, and child abuse games on Steam. Sorry. And this goes out to PayPal, MasterCard, Visa, PaySafe, Discover, Japanese Credit Bureau. That one shocked me. It says, regarding your corporate facilitation and profiting from rape, incest, and child sexual abuse game sales.
Yeah, I don't think Japan's going to listen to that too much. Oh, they didn't mention Futsunari. Oh, thank God.
Look, I don't have a problem with saying that some of these games violate the terms of service of the platforms they're on. Like the one that they describe here sounds like a degenerate game that if Steam was like, yeah, this doesn't belong on our platform, I would understand. Because it's a rape simulator.
But that's where it starts. They start dictating what you can and can't do.
The thing is, that's not where it starts. This is actually, we're more in the middle right now. Because where it started was more with things like GTA, which we'll get to in a minute. So I hear what you're saying. This is the start of them being successful.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, lots of people screech at payment processors daily. That doesn't mean they do anything about it. But now they're doing something about it. They've got that little bit of control, that little bit of influence. They got a foothold now. So they're going to start pushing for less vulgar stuff, incrementally, slowly. Or maybe they're going to go full wild boar. I don't know. But I think this is just they've gaining confidence in their censorship abilities.
Steam bans child exploitation already. They are lying. Well, they're not, because unfortunately Steam does not verify every single game that comes through. So some bad content makes it on. Like this is the description for the game that they are specifically targeting with this campaign. This is the description from the developers. In this game, you either become every woman's worst nightmare, or rather, the best dick they'll ever have. Your goal is simple. Leave no pussy non-fucked. Since that's the only thing they all want, never take no for an answer. Fuck your mom, fuck your auntie, and fuck your friend's mom. Why not? Take what's yours and show no mercy.
Is this the Andrew Tate game life simulator?
It's the Angry MGTOW game.
There's literally a cock carousel. Real quick, thank you, Keldrick. The funniest part of projects like this is that someone is always going to use them as a guide for what to buy rather than what to avoid buying, because there's always a way to work around things like this. Unfortunately, there's not enough payment processors out there. The two big ones are Stripe and MasterCard. And they control a shocking amount of transactions. So if they could get them to start cutting off things, eventually they did try this with guns a while back. And I think they failed pretty miserably. But yeah, this might gain some ground. You got to be kind of careful with this stuff.
I haven't seen Madam Sabby's other video, Alpha. Because she references in the one that I linked earlier, she references her other video on this. I just didn't have time to watch it before the show, so I will eventually. No Mercy has no children in it. No, but there are games that do, and that this is why there were about 500 games that these people were like, we found exploitation that falls into this, whether it's rape, incest, or child exploitation. And what'd they say? I think like 400 of them have been taken down. But anyway, thank you, Snubbert. Not just Steam, an entire site for creators had to take itself down for an indeterminate time. All of them are losing money, not just the bad ones. Yeah. And this is the problem that we get into. Because eventually these people whine enough, and MasterCard, who have done this to people before, who have used their power of the payment processor to limit speech. Eventually, they're going to just be like, well, it must just be Steam and they're not worth doing. And suddenly Steam has to go away because this thunder cunt got upset over a game that nobody's defending.
Yeah. Real quick, thank you, Evolved Potato. Well, I agree we need to get the white women under control. You Americans can't say shit when it comes to their shit leaking out of other countries. Yeah, but we're awesome. The leading censor in Australia is an American white woman. Our E. Karen is in Seattle, born and raised. Yeah, we like to export things. They're not always good. But
that's just white woman returning to Mecca. She made her pilgrimage. I'm just saying. Frankly, most of this shit starts in Europe. And then people in America are like, it's European. It must be sophisticated. Yeah. And that's how we end up with kids with their dicks lobbed off. Just saying. Anyway, so back to this. They put this out there. One of the things that bothers me about this, Jack, is they've talked about their successful campaigns to reach out to Steam and be like, hey, this game is exploitative and it's a game like this. We're like, yeah, that's probably not necessary. I'm not saying you have to take them down or there's right to take them down, but if Steam looks at it and goes, yeah, I don't want to associate it with that, I don't have a problem with it. But they've had successful campaigns to get this kind of shit off Steam before. And instead of just sticking with that and going, hey, this is a rape game that clearly violates your terms of service, take it down, they're like, no, we have to go in above and beyond that. They brag about having successful campaigns to get this shit removed before. Not this specific game, but stuff like it. But suddenly now it has to be, no, we have to use the payment processors. And for some reason, the payment processors listened. Fuck you. Just fuck right off. Now, what we were talking about with GTA, this is a change.org petition put up by the wonderful members of Collective Shout. Target, withdraw Grand Theft Auto 5. This sickening game encourages players to commit sexual violence and kill women. Yeah, I've played all the way through Grand Theft Auto on like 4 occasions, Jack. And I remember how many times the game was like, go rape that chick. And how many times I tried to shoot a guy, but my gun automatically, without my control, turned towards a woman and shot her in the face. No, wait, those didn't happen.
Oh.
They even, where is it? One of the many fan clips on YouTube shows the woman being run down, run over, set alight, and still screaming, repeatedly shot.
You know, it's not a real person, right?
And you can do it to the guys in the game as well.
Yeah, but nobody cares about men.
Look, my internet has been too shoddy to play games online. I might just fire up GTA 5 and do a shitty stream tonight shooting nothing but women.
I mean, it's something to do.
See how long it takes me to get bored of just shooting women in the game.
I mean, could you do that in Red Dead 2 where you throw the suffragettes down wells and stuff?
You could do all kinds of horrible stuff to the suffragettes, yeah. But you could do that to anybody. I use that same mechanic to get the slave catcher. I sat there for almost 15 minutes waiting for the train to come just so I could watch him get run over. Because his character disgusted me. And that's how dedicated I was to watching him suffer. You know what I've never done in real life? Tied somebody up and thrown them on a train track.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be something to do for the afternoon, but it seems like a lot of work.
Won't somebody think of the pixels, the female pixels, just the female pixels? You do it to the guys much more. Not only do you do it to the guys much more, you're specifically instructed to kill the guys. Is there anywhere in GTA 5? I'm trying to think. I don't remember where your stated goal is to kill somebody and it's a woman. That's part of the quest line. I killed a lot of men that way. I don't remember any of doing it to women. I know in GTA San Andreas there's one where you end up killing a man and a woman, but I don't remember anywhere you're specifically targeting women.
Wasn't there a mission where you banged a chick and sent photos of it to somebody?
In GTA?
Yeah, it was one of the GTAs.
Not that I remember. Maybe that's in 4. I could never get 4 to run, and by the time I did get it to run, 5 was out, and trying to step backwards in that series is not fun because of the controls.
Oh, yeah.
The controls have just gotten consistently better over the years, and especially if you've recently played 5, trying to go back and play 4 is just so clunky. Your Honor doesn't take a hit either. Oh, what, when you kill the guy? Yeah. This is some feminist bullshit. Like the women. Okay, I hear you. You can do horrible shit to women in the game, but that's not the goal of the game. And you can do it to everybody. It's literally egalitarian, Jack. You can treat men and women exactly the same. They're like, oh my God, you can treat women like you treat men. It's so sexist.
Like people? That's weird. Did you know women are considered people now?
It's violence against women's. Fuck off. Yeah, so they tried to get Target to get rid of GTA 5. The problem with trying to do that is GTA 5 is one of the best-selling video games of all time, and it was the best-selling launch of all time when it came out. And wasn't nobody listening to that shit. But when they go after stupid little degenerate games like this No Mercy one here, then everybody's like, oh yeah, I can see that going.
Yeah,
I'm of two minds of this. This is not a game I would ever play.
No, it's not even a game. It's a visual novel.
Do I think it's going to cause anybody to become rapist? No. Do I think it should be taken down? Not really. I really don't. I can't sit there and go, hey, you got to take down that rape game. By the way, I'm murdering people in Red Dead because I'm bored right now. Yeah. Which I have done.
There's no real people involved.
No.
It may be gross and disgusting, but they're allowed to make that sort of thing. You don't have to give it this Streisand effect where a bunch of people are going to go check it out now.
Well, one of the things that bothers me about this too is that rape, incest, and child sexual abuse themed games. It starts with the themed games. They love that. There's a game that I play that has a ungodly amount of incest in it, Jack. You know why? Because you're playing as European leaders from the past.
Oh, is it the Habsburg Simulator?
So no, it's actually Crusader Kings.
Yeah.
2 and 3.
Yeah, most of those medieval games, you end up marrying cousins off and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's all kinds of that. And by their rules, that shouldn't exist. It's
Well,
historically accurate, but fuck, how dare you?
Oh, historically accurate.
Back to the Future, the game, or the Back to the Future game. Yeah, no shit. That's an incest simulator right there. God damn, man. Marty's mom was thirsty.
She was a trashy little whore, wasn't she?
You know what I realized? I recently rewatched the trilogy, and it never struck me before, but in 3, they go back and they see Marty's great-great-grandpa, right? Seamus McFly. And Seamus McFly is Marty married to a chick who looks like Marty's mom. It's played by the same actress who plays Marty's mom. It's not his dad and his mom in that, which, by the way, how do they all end up marrying? There's no branching in that family tree.
Yeah, look,
this is why they know what it's like to kiss their brother.
Apparently.
His grandma is his mom. Yeah. For some reason, Jennifer only comes into it with Marty's kids. He's the first one to mate outside the family. It's really grotesque if you put too much thought into it. Anyway, now I'm gonna have to replay the old GTA games. I don't recommend it. Even GTA San Andreas is one of my favorite games of all time, and I have trouble playing it just because of the janky fucking controls on it. Anyway, maybe their entire family exists in a time loop. They could, but how come Lorraine marries George McFly, but Lorraine's weird non-grandmother who looks just like her marries Marty's doppelganger? It doesn't.
Like, some people have.
Man, I'm just saying.
Some people have a type.
Apparently, and it's past. It's a genetic trait to only want to hump that. Except Marty. I got to give it up to Marty because he's the first one to break that thing. He's the first one to go, no, this is wrong.
Got to break those chains of love.
Anyway, let's get back to our lunatics over here. So this is our main villain. I forget her name. I'm sure she'll say it here in a second. It's something incredibly white woman. It's even got a hyphen in it because, of course, it does.
Joining with us in believing there can be a better world. A world free from sexploitation. A world where the objectification of women and the sexualization of girls is no longer normal.
I hate to pull this card. I really do.
Do you?
But we live in a world right now with rampant sex trafficking, sexual slavery in the Middle East. And you are like, sometimes they almost show titties in ads.
Yeah. Never mind like Epstein and all the Hollywood pedos, all the human trafficking. No, that's totally okay. But you saw cartoon boobies.
Yeah.
Oh, how dare you?
Look, I'm not the biggest anime fan, but these people are just against anime in general. Not just the bad shit, but I'm so sorry, Keldrick. Just because a game allows you to do something doesn't mean it encourages you to do something. No one in GTA 5 or Red Dead is holding a gun to your head, forcing you to assault women. And then if a game does do that, you can always choose to simply not play. Yeah, when you going back to Red Dead 2 and all of the suffragette stuff, what they never talked about in those articles about, oh my God, some weirdo on YouTube made a video of him catching a suffragette and feeding her to an alligator, which, by the way, is fun to do, is that in the story, you actually are the one who drives the suffragettes to town, and that you defend the gay little Breathwaite kid because he's in love with the suffragette girl. They never talk about that part of it. It's always like, oh my God, do you know what you could do to a suffragette? Well, if you play the game the way they intended it to be played, you defend them. But that doesn't get talked about. There was not a single one of those articles about that shit that brought that up. Not one.
Why would they want to do that?
It was just, look what they did to the women's. Anyway, so a white lady here, she's here to stop all the bad stuff that happens to the girls. By the way, this is a 60-plus-year-old woman who nobody should have ever listened to for anything. She's a trained journalist who somehow works in government. Weird, huh?
I mean, I guess she's got something to do with her husband's probably like, get a hobby. And that's how this happened.
Are these women just dense or ignorant of little boys getting molested too? This is why they occasionally throw in and boys and men.
No, they just don't care about boys. Let's be honest.
No. Because this is just another brand of feminine. This is just another bunch of fucking bored-ass white ladies who are like, alcohol's bad. We need an amendment.
Yeah. Yeah, it's their current moral panic.
It is amazing how often feminism and puritanical nonsense overlaps.
Yeah.
And so
cause du jour.
Seeing them in one package isn't shocking to me. Because this woman is absolutely a feminist, but she's a conservative feminist, you see. So she's double crazy. I don't know what to tell you.
Hi, I'm Melinda Tankard-Reist. I'm a co-founder of Collective.
I'm fairly certain you misspelled your middle name. I think it's Retard. Yeah. And you had to know she had a white woman named like Melinda.
Don't they always?
I'm just shocked it wasn't Chloe. Anyway.
Yeah. And I want to extend my personal welcome to our community.
What? My personal welcome to our community. Either you're joining it and it already exists, in which case they should be welcoming you, or the community already exists and you're a part of it and there's no reason to welcome anybody. White women are stupid. Hashtag not all.
Look, they're upset they're losing to the Asians on hotness, and she's a wrinkled up old lady, so with dead eggs. So there's a lot to be upset about for her. She's past her prime, probably doesn't have any kids of her own, lonely, husband wants her out of the house.
I realize that there's some white ladies in the audience, including my own daughter. So when I say white women in this, I'm talking about the ones who won't shut the fuck up and are trying to ruin everybody's time.
Yeah, they want to ruin entertainment or fun, depending on what it is. Like, they're starting with vile shit and working their way on down.
Well, anything that offends them has to go away. It can't be that they just mind their own fucking business. They have to. This is why I compare it to the prohibition, because that's what that was. Like, our men are having too much fun, and we don't like that. So nobody can drink anymore.
Yeah, well, they'll find ways to kill fun just because they can. So, it shouldn't shock anyone.
And the funny part is they always get burned by this. If you look up the whole prohibition movement, some of the loudest female voices for prohibition ended up being some of the loudest voices to get rid of it. Because if you give women what they want, they're still not happy. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, it's sort of like that. You saw that video clip of those guys showing the woman, like that video about Adam and Eve and why the real reason they ate the fruit was because she just wasn't getting enough. Like it was never enough for her. And at the end, they interviewed the woman and she's like, I thought there'd be more to it. This is kind of like that. I
haven't seen that.
Oh, okay. Well, it's sort of like that. There's some sort of emptiness in their life that they need to fulfill. And they don't try and figure out what it actually is. They just fill it with telling everyone else what to do.
Dangerous says, oh, not Melinda Tankard-Reist. Hang on, it rolled up on my screen. There it is. This moron's been around for years and she is painful. Yeah, Madam Savvy's video, I believe she says this bitch has been around and making a fuss for like 30 years. But this is her first really successful campaign on the global scale.
Oh, that's ugh.
Their banned GTA thing got 70,000 signatures.
What?
Out of 8 billion people. Why are we paying attention to her?
That's still too many signatures. How many of those
yeah.
were like Captain Kirk and Abraham Lincoln?
Probably a lot. Their YouTube channel, I believe, or maybe it's their Twitter. One of the two only has 10,000 followers.
Wow.
And they get to dictate what can and cannot be on Steam through payment processor blackmail.
So I'm saying it doesn't take a large number of people to have undue influence.
And that's the problem, because somebody needed to tell this bitch a long time ago, no. And men won't tell these fucking retard women no.
MYOB, dude. That's what you have to say to these women. Mind your own business. Oh, you don't like that game? Don't buy it. That's what they used to say about Married with Children, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you don't like it, don't watch it. And that's the thing is, just because you hate something doesn't mean everybody else has to suffer with your nonsense.
The Married with Children one is actually really funny if you know what happened there, because Married with Children is actually on for like 2 or 3 years before that controversy blows up.
Yeah.
And the way that it blew up is a mom put her young children, in front of the TV watching Married with Children.
Yep. She was letting the TV do the babysitting.
She walks through the room, and it's when they go to, Al and Steve go to what's, I forget what they call it, but it's basically Fredericks of Hollywood.
I remember that one. Yes.
Yeah. And the mom is walking through the room as they do this, and she just makes shit up in her own head about how horrible what was on the screen. The worst thing that you see in there is actually a man wearing a teddy and high heels. He's still dressed. It's definitely inappropriate for your young children, but it's not what she describes it as. Because her description, they basically were fucking on screen. There were teddies out there, and you saw a dick. She makes it sound like you saw hardcore nakedness, and that's not even what happened. But she never went back to look at it. Just this brief clip in her head, and then she writes a letter, and suddenly it blows up across the entire country. Like, oh my God, they're showing nakedness to children on Fox.
Yeah, which was total bullshit. Like, the show was mildly offensive for its era, but that was the whole point. That was part of the humor of it, was they were trying to mock sitcoms in a way. And they blew that way out of proportion, made it sound like the most vile thing ever, like you said. And it just wasn't that. Like,
no,
that's just lazy.
It's the same shit that this bitch did with her GTA thing. Or you can kill women. It's not the point of the game, and you can do it to men. So why are you highlighting that you can do it to women? Thank you, Dangerous. 1, who fought for women to be sexualized in the first place, lady? 2, how did you exploit pixels? 3, assuming there are real women involved in their examples and they made the choice, how is it exploitation? Well, see, this is a feminist talking point. Even when with like porn or modeling, anything where a woman's sexuality is part of it, is like, actually, they still didn't even get a choice in that. I mean, yeah, they made their choice, but what other choice did they have? I mean, seriously, that's their explanation for it. They were basically forced into showing booby. And you know what, Jack? Sometimes in porn, that's true. In modeling or on television, no, it's not. No, it's not. You had a choice. You weren't sex trafficked. Like, who's that Elijah Blue bitch? Remember her?
Oh, yeah.
Everything she did was her own goddamn choice. Like, no, she was forced into it.
Oh, hey, careful. Elon Musk will censor us again.
Well, just because he hit that nasty shit doesn't mean I have to care.
Yeah, that's a good point.
JB, thank you so much. I just remembered, was big news up here. 5 junior hockey players, now grown men, were proven not guilty of sexual assault in Ontario. The case had dragged on for about 7 years. might have heard about it being in Michigan. I haven't, and in fairness to me, I don't. If I get Michigan news, it's usually a friend or family member sending it to me in text. I don't even read much Michigan news. I'm international, baby. Better in my head than it did out loud. Anyhow, back to our crazy white bitch here.
Oh,
We're a movement
Oh, go ahead,
concerned
bud.
about.
no, let's finish this. I got some breaking news.
Oh. By finish this, what do you mean? Because I'm not planning on wrapping this segment up for a while. What's the breaking
Yeah,
news?
it's fine. No, the Annabelle doll. You know which one that is?
The Raggedy Ann, yeah.
Yeah, the Raggedy Ann haunted doll. You must have fallen asleep because it's gone missing.
Yeah, it went missing. Just like totally the Conjuring house is haunted.
No, it's actually missing. The guy that was doing the tour with it, that Dan Riviera, he had like a heart attack and died. And nobody knows where the doll is.
Yeah, somebody stole it, and we're going to see in a while that, oh, look, it showed up here. It's going to end up with its own TikTok.
I already checked eBay, and it's not for sale yet.
No, you get much more money if you exploit it. Like, look, it showed up here.
Yeah, I think somebody either stole it or threw it away. So I just wanted to share that information in case anybody sees a Raggedy Ann doll run down the street. It might be time to move.
Might be time to get the gas lines checked.
Yeah, or just hope that Monkey falls asleep and kills it.
My personal welcome to our community. We're a movement concerned about the increasing pornification of culture and the way its messages have become entrenched in mainstream society. A movement that knows that presenting distorted and dishonest ideas about women and girls and sexuality and relationships are harmful and damaging.
Okay, I'll give you that. So let's start actually depicting women and girls how they are, Jack. Let's have a lot more Fatal Attraction movies and a lot less Sleepless in Seattle's.
Oh yeah, rom-coms as a genre will have to be destroyed. Hallmark Channel might as well be obliterated and become a war crime. Also, no more fake titties in porn.
Thank you, FL. This is the type of woman who got grid girls and professional cosplayers banned, putting hundreds of women out of work. Yeah, well, because look, those grid girls, they didn't have any choice but to sexualize themselves, and it's much better for them to starve than to make decent money doing something that was pretty easy, if we're being honest.
Yeah, and look, cheerleaders need to go away because they're being taken advantage of. Women's basketball should be outlawed.
That's just true anyway.
Yeah, but it's exploitative.
Just call OnlyFans creators holes like I do. I can't disagree with the notion of the pornification of media, but that's also based on our own puritanical origins. I mean, isn't it the Sun over there in England that used to show titties in the tabloids all the time?
Yeah, page 6.
Page 6, yeah.
Page
like,
6
look,
girls.
Boobies. And here in America, we're like, oh my God, not boobies.
Yeah, it's because most of our founding people were religious fanatics, like the Puritans and
and
the Quakers, etc.
Pushing OnlyFans as a career option for women is fucking retarded. Look, you can, but chances are you're not going to make the money that the top earners do. You're going to make less than a Walmart greeter that drools on himself.
Yeah. Well, I blame feminism for a lot of that stuff. A lot of pornification is because of feminism.
But if a woman wants to do this, if she sees that as her, that's my ticket to the big time, and it fails and she ends up regretting it, she's a grown-ass woman. Let her make her own fucking decisions.
What?
You can go out there and argue, hey, girls, you shouldn't be doing this. What you should not be doing is then going, payment processors, don't let anybody do this.
Well, what
That's
you're
none
going
of
to end
your
up
fucking
doing
business.
Oh, absolutely. But what these people are going to end up doing is creating more black markets.
Yeah, I mean, and then with the internet, it's way too prevalent. It's way too easy to make black markets.
Yeah, what they'll start doing is somebody else set up a Steam type platform where you could download stuff in exchange for crypto, and
Yep.
it'll be completely out of the hands of and reach of clowns like this, for now at least. And so you're going to end up with, because that's what always happens. Look what happened with Prohibition. There was still a demand for booze, and people started making it in bathtubs and stuff like that. It was completely unregulated. So you ended up with a lot of people making a lot of money being criminals, like the Kennedys.
Well, one of the things that this woman points out is that they got, and not in this video, it's in some of their writings, if you go read over on their website, is that they got several games taken off of Steam because they violated laws in Australia. Do that then. They got them blocked in Australia, and people who are not in Australia can still play it, but Australian sensibilities get to be massaged for this crazy dried up hag, and everybody else can still do what they want to do. But no. I don't like it, so nobody can do it.
Yep.
Shout is how we can make a difference together. We are a grassroots campaigns movement, but we don't exist without people like you, willing to.
This video was definitely not targeted at me. They can't exist without people like you and me, Jack.
Yeah.
What a wonderful world that would be, because I would snap her out of existence like Thanos.
Right?
Bring our voices together as a collective shout. A collective shout against corporations and brands.
How feministic is that name? Collective shout.
Yeah, it has elements of both annoying white women feminists and communists. Two things that irritate me to no end.
Collective shout. Fuck right off with that stupid shit. They're against pornified ads and products. Look, I was with people on the Balenciaga ads. That shit was gross.
Yeah, well, that was bordering on kid diddler nonsense.
It was not even bordering. It was kid diddler nonsense. Let's be honest. But like the ad that I described earlier, where it's a grown-ass woman in jeans and you see her naked back and then you see her torso, but her boobies are covered by her hair. Fuck off. And so in one of their things, they say there's studies that show the sexualization in ads doesn't actually make people buy stuff. One, I would highly question anybody who did those studies.
Right?
And two, if it's not effective, then what the fuck do you care?
Yeah.
You would think the advertisers, the companies are like, oh, this is our third, what do they call it? Pornified ad in a row, and our sales haven't gone up at all. They've actually gone down. Maybe we should put a Disney princess in here, extolling the virtues of waiting till marriage. These people make their ads based on what sells. It's why some ad campaigns go on for decades and others disappear immediately.
Yeah.
Have there been some where there's clearly an ideological bent? Yeah, and those companies pay for it.
Yeah, look at Jaguar and Bud Light.
That ignore the harmful effects of pornified ads and products on individuals and communities. A collective shout against advertisers and marketers that sexually exploit women and men to sell products.
Did you catch that? To exploit women and men. She almost forgot to say it. Oh, fuck. Oh. Jack, have you ever bought a product based on naked women or bikini-clad women in an ad?
I don't think so.
Me neither. I'd like those ads, and if it's a product I like, I might think of that ad when I buy it anyway. I'm one of those people that the only way ads work on me is if like I forgot about something. Like, oh yeah, I haven't had that in a long time. I should go have it.
Yeah, I'm a bit more inclined if the ads are funny.
Me too.
Like the old Little Caesars ads where they had the pizza. Those were funny.
Even then, I didn't necessarily buy the product because of it. I just enjoyed their commercials.
Yeah, the commercials were fun, and every now and then we'd be like, we haven't had Little Caesars in a while. And then we'd go get some Little Caesars like a week later. It's not like I instantly had to go out and buy it. I mean, they think people are really dumb.
Advertising clearly works, but it doesn't work on everybody, and different ads work differently with different people. This is why, like, anytime I see toilet paper ads or feminine hygiene product ads, or even like jock itch ads, and like, who is sitting at home with jock itch and is like, wait, they make a product for this?
Right.
I have scratched my balls raw for 6 months. I didn't know they made a powder. Anyway, sorry. That's just my advertising rant.
A collective shout against the media that reinforces and spreads a culture that normalizes objectifying women and sexualizing girls.
Yeah, it's awesome. Oh, wait.
I don't think we should be sexualizing girls, but can we please stop with the nonsense of the objectification of women?
You know who's sexualizing girls these days is liberals.
True.
Like cuties.
But remember, she's a conservative, so that doesn't apply to her.
Yeah, I don't know how conservative she really is. But she does seem to be really ashamed of breasts because she's wearing that thing that really hide her lady lumps pretty well. I don't like these people. I don't care what side of the aisle they are on. This is just aggravating.
I do love that she has that wide open collar, but she put something over it to be a little more modest.
Yeah, okay, collarbones are way sexy. So
how come that isn't buttoned right up to the top button? You harlot, you fucking whore.
Why aren't you wearing a hijab, tramp?
Sexually exploiting yourself like this? Yeah,
I mean, we could see way too much of your neck and your hair, your luscious hair. Oh, it's so sexy.
The objectification of women, I'm so tired of that fucking line. Oh, they're showing men hot women. We see them all the time anyway.
Yeah. We often look for them. When you're walking around, you see a bunch of women. You're like, oh, are they pretty?
And that's not the objectification of them. That's, oh, I happen to like beautiful women.
You monster. You should only like Frumpasauruses.
FYI, she defended cuties. I'm not shocked. I haven't seen her defense of it, but I'm guessing that being the conservative that she is, that she's like, no, it actually preached that this is bad for girls. Which, by the way, is the same tack that the regular feminists took.
Yeah, that movie was disgusting and gross. And I think people that like that movie are probably perverts. So
I would not have a problem with cuties if they didn't use little girls as the actual actors and stuff in the way that they showed them. If the story itself, the defenders aren't wrong that the overall story is that this was damaging to the girl. The problem is they filmed those girls doing that shit, and they were actually young girls.
Yeah, and one of them exposed her chest.
You can't do child porn and then at the end of it have a message that child porn is bad and be like, see, it's not really that bad of a thing.
Are we insulting the FBI now?
I'm constantly insulting the FBI. Thank you, Albatross. Honey Badger Radio taught me that women love policing other women as much as men. Oh, even more so than men.
Oh, yeah. Women have this weird social dynamic where they want each other's approval, but they want to destroy each other at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but it's some sort of evolutionary competition thing that they all seem to want to do. And it's really fucking complicated and irritating.
Yeah, you can see it with that tweet Jeremy did. He's a girl who's trying to take down Steven Crowder's ex-wife.
Yeah. He's mad because she's prettier than he is.
Rumble rant. Oh, thank you, Dangerous. Sorry, I missed this one. We want women to have freedom to do whatever they want. Wait, you're doing freedom wrong. Also, I love when they say a woman can only do one type of job and they fight to take away her one type of income. Yeah, this is kind of a convoluted discussion because she's not your typical feminist because she hides behind conservatism to push her feminism.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how much overlap there is from liberal feminists and conservative feminists. All of them, okay, except for the ones who love the term sex workers. The majority of them are like, women can do anything. Hey, stop doing that, bitch.
Yeah, it is pretty impressive how they do that.
Yeah.
The more of us that can come together, the louder the collective shout and the greater influence we can have.
I think we should take a collective shit.
Oh.
I think that would do far more good for the world than this collective shout shit.
Well, I think that Tears from Fears taught us, if anything, you have to shout to let it all out.
Yes.
Who does number 2 work for? You know?
Assert superiority over lessers and destroy competition, seeking attention of the alpha male. It's not just the alpha male, it's any male. But I get what, and I realize you're talking to somebody else, but I get what you're talking. Yeah. This is what women do to each other. And it's the female version of a guy preening, right? Guy walking around beating his chest. Oh, they just tear each other down because it's easier than building themselves up.
Are you saying she's the female Andrew Tate?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, that's horrific.
Although I don't know that she sex trafficked anyone.
I mean, we don't know what that blonde girl was doing there.
She has no problem with child exploitation. I know that from her website or from her YouTube channel.
Yeah, it would appear that they're more than happy to let kids do their dirty work.
Yep.
We can stand against those who deny the impacts, and we can stand with those who believe in a better tomorrow.
Okay, what is the impact of a woman selling jeans topless where you don't see her boobies? I'm genuinely asking.
I don't know. I like how she's throwing out these nebulous terms too, like better tomorrow.
Well, that ad campaign, that this goes back to bringing up, hey, she's not in a hijab here. She's not in the beekeeper outfit. So how is it her version of morality? You know, showing her vagina neck and collarbone. That's just enough hoishness. But the Muslims have it wrong, and you got to cover all of this shit or it'll make men rape.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I find her vagina neck rather attractive right there.
It's a hot vagina neck. It makes me want to rape everybody.
It's definitely making me feel a certain way. So, yeah, she's gonna watch this and then put a scarf on next week.
Oh, I have no doubt that this video is coming down on YouTube because I'm doing her video here.
Yeah, you're good.
So if you watch this later, you're gonna probably have to watch on Rumble. But how is it? Her arguments coincide right with why they put Muslim women in head to toe black trash bags.
Oh yeah.
So why is her version? I need to know the exact amount of skin a woman can show where it's not going to cause men to go rape everyone.
And specifically, not just how much skin, but what parts of skin. Like, obviously, she has a problem with the back and the front of the chest. So is it like ankles or knees?
Rocco, thank you so much. If you AI Mingus, monsters show up. I'll take your word for that. Appreciate the donation.
What kind of monsters?
Wait, we do know that Muslim men will rape you if women aren't wearing a hijab. So if some Muslim man sees this, right, and it causes him to go rape people, do we blame her?
Yes, because he's an Asian man and we can't, they are above reproach, remember.
So it'd have to be this whore here who was showing off her lips and her collarbone.
Yes.
Do you see how this kind of thinking is nonsensical? If you were talking about actually naked women that they're trying to sell Fruit Loops to 5-year-olds with a chick's vagina, okay, you got a point. That's probably inappropriate. But oh my God, there's a woman in a bikini in this movie. Can you believe this horrible anti-Christian shit? Hey, Christian, don't watch that. It's not for you.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a delightful Kirk Cameron movie for you out there.
And for those of you who are against that stuff and live your principles, good. Don't force them onto others. And this is how we get into stupid ass arguments like with trans thing. Who's it really hurting? Because in this case, if some dude is sitting at home right now masturbating to a video game that even I would be like, fuck, that probably shouldn't exist. Who's he hurting? That is a real who's he hurting, and that instead gets pushed to everything because you start with the nonsensical arguments here. I hate these people.
I agree. And the cat hates them too.
On with us
I did.
today. Be sure to look around our website to find campaigns you can get involved with straight away. Join our social networks, stay informed and aware.
I highly recommend joining their social networks. What you do when you're there is your own doing, not mine. But I'm going to have some fun. I'm just going to put it that way.
Friends, and be part of the collective shout.
There you go, guys. You can be part of the collective shit if you want to. If you just think that GTA 5 is going to make people go out and beat women and rape children, get on board.
These are the
What
things
I find,
we could do without, Monkey.
I don't have a problem with this woman existing and this woman saying this shit. I mean, other than arguing against it because it's retarded. She should absolutely be allowed to say all this. And people should listen and go, that bitch is crazy, and ignore her. And instead, she's been able to use this nonsense to force payment processors into forcing corporations to censor what this bitch wants censored.
Yeah, if it was like a push to be more moral, like here's why I don't think you should purchase these things, that would be different. But instead, she is actively trying to keep people from spending their money how they want. It's none of her business what other people buy.
And this gets into the payment processors, and we need a law. I hate saying we need a law, but we need a law that if people are spending their money in a legal manner, they cannot stop you.
Yeah, it should. I think this would fall under consumer protection.
Yep.
Because who are they to force their morals on us?
Or banking regulations, yeah.
Yeah, and they should know they're going to make more money by just staying out of it. Anyway, but yeah, there absolutely needs to be some regulation on this. The same reason I think that the airlines have too much power, these payment processors have way too much power.
These payment processors are violating the spirit of the First Amendment. And I say the spirit of the First Amendment because they can't violate the First Amendment because they're not government organizations, but the spirit of it and your right to associate with what you want to and your right to speak what you want to. If you want to be in the game of making money off of people and getting involved in our currency, which is what debt is, then you should have to follow free speech laws.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't like what you said. I don't give a fuck. It's my money.
Nobody's requiring you to like what's being said. It's also none of your business. So shut the fuck up, payment processors, and stop capitulating to dumb shit weirdos.
These payment processes, see, I don't think that Collective Shout here had to push all that hard for MasterCard and Visa to go along with this shit because they're run by a bunch of feminist shitbags anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've seen them pull this crap with other things.
Yeah.
Remember when they were canceling people's bank accounts and ability to make money?
Yep.
We saw it with a lot of conservative voices 5 or 6 years ago. It's just more of that nonsense. They're just deciding what you can and can't spend your money on, which is none of their business.
If you want to process payments in the United States, you should have to process all payments for legal services.
Yeah.
You can't be like, no, we're not going to do that one thing. MasterCard threatening Steam, we're not going to allow payments on your platform anymore if you don't get rid of these couple of games. How about start with, hey, these games violate your terms of service? Because Steam has shown they will take games down that violate their terms of service.
Yeah.
Collective Shout here has gotten Steam to take down games that violate their terms of service. So
instead, they turned it into a blackmail piece.
Yeah. How did we get to the point that now it's like we're just going to take away your ability to take payments from Monkey? My debit card is a MasterCard. So MasterCard pulled out of payments to Steam, I'm fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but you can get different. No, because all of the payment processors, look at the list. They even went after a fucking Japanese bank.
Yeah.
Because of course they did there in Australia. So
there's not that many payment processors out there.
Which
is part of the problem because it's pretty close to a monopoly for Stripe. But yeah, that is one of the big problems. There needs to be more payment processors. Elon Musk had talked about doing one before, and I hope he goes back to that idea at some point.
I saw Asmongold's video on this that he released about an hour before we went live. And in it, he's talking about folks who are mad at those of us who are like, there need to be some regulations here. And he goes, if you don't like regulations, I have news for you. There's all kinds of regulations, which is not the argument for good regulations. They exist. Yeah. They're okay. No, Asmon. This is why I don't like Asmon sometimes. Is he's another one of those people that even when he gets it right, he often doesn't know why. But I am not against all regulation. I'm against heavy-handed regulation. My regulation for this would be just what I said. You cannot withhold payments because you disagree with the legal actions of others.
Yeah.
You can't ban people from your service for that. You can't block payment for that. And if you're found to be doing so, we will make you pay. I also think there should be regulations. I mean, some of these assholes have 30% interest rates on their credit cards, and that is fucking gross.
Yeah, that's usury.
It is 100%.
I think there needs to be a lot more consumer protections from a lot of these companies. So I'm fine with regulation like that, where it's protecting citizens' rights.
Hey, I'm all for them charging 30% interest. That should just have to be something that they shout at the consumer when they're signing up for this shit.
Yeah, not hidden in fine print.
Yeah, it needs to be out there. Hey, we're gonna fucking rob you. That should be, they should be forced to do that the way food companies are forced to put labels on their products.
Yeah.
They should be forced to tell people how many folks end up not able to pay their credit card bills. There should be a nutritional facts for credit card companies that shows that. But I'm not against regulations in theory. I'm against the way they're used a lot. And those are two different things.
Absolutely. Real quick, thank you, Evolved Potato. OnlyFans is a child exploitation problem with actual real children, but the payment processors have no problem with them. Well, let's face it, they're probably based out of California, so there's a lot of pedos over there, and OnlyFans are a bunch of perverts. So, yeah, if they have stuff like that, it should be dealt with, and you would think the feds would do something about it, but they seem to be protecting pedos these days.
All right. Speaking of regulations and stuff, I had to highlight this one. This is actually from a couple of days ago. I just saw it earlier tonight, though. This is Representative Doris Matsui. I think is how you say it. I have no idea. The Broadband Equity, Access, and Development Program was passed with broad bipartisan support. Yeah, you guys didn't really play up that equity part of it, which we'll get to in a second. Because Americans know that it is past time for rural America and are most underserved to finally get affordable, fast, and reliable internet. There's nothing in the...
How's that working out for you, Monkey?
Right? She goes on to say, states were already well on their way to delivering this promise, but Secretary Letnick's restructuring of the program will cause unwarranted delays. Jack, do you know when that bill was passed?
Wasn't it like 5 or 6 years ago?
It was November of 2021.
That's about right. Yeah, I knew it was like right at the end of Trump's term or the beginning of Biden's, so I was a little off, but I knew it was a while ago, and I haven't seen dick out of that. So they're
Almost
full of crap.
4 fucking years ago, and as of just a couple of months ago, not a single inch of broadband line had been laid anywhere because of this.
Why would that? What, you expect results from the government? I mean, look, I'm going to take the high-speed train down to LA and talk to Newsom.
Right.
Wait, they haven't done that either, and it's billions of dollars in the hole. Oops, forgot.
I saw, just as an aside, I saw a thing that on Doom Post from somebody who was like, they're going to create a tunnel from London to New York, and they're going to have a train, and you're going to be able to go from London to New York in less than an hour.
How fast that fucking thing going?
It would have to go about Mach 4.5.
Yeah, like you're getting some G forces. Plus, it would have to be pretty far underground. So you're looking at like getting the bends instantly.
Yep.
Like the acceleration needed to go down far enough to get to the tunnel and then go to the other side and emerge. Your eyeballs are going to pop out of your head, dude.
Do you know what kind of damage could happen with just a single pebble out of place for a train traveling 3,500 miles an hour?
Everybody would be dead. It would seriously be like one of those, that submarine incident that happened a few years ago where they were looking at the Titanic and there was like a rupture and everybody splattered out the window. Everybody would be dead instantly. At least they won't suffer, but it'd be messy.
New York to London is 3,451 miles. Yeah. And they want it less than an hour. So you're talking going 3,500 miles an hour, or at the very least, 3,452 miles an hour. That, I get it. The greenies think that trains solve everything, which is funny because when it comes to pollution, trains kind of kicked off that whole thing. Whoopsie.
Yeah, well, they have electric trains and stuff now. So.
Now they do, yeah. And this is high-speed rail will solve everything. High-speed rail is not going to get you from your house to the grocery store.
No, I do like trains. Don't get me wrong; they're neat, but something like this, there's no way you're going to go from one city to another in an hour. It'd be like a 10-hour thing.
Well, their example is, hey, they did it under the English Channel. Yeah, that's the same as under the Atlantic fucking Ocean.
They know the English Channel is like 30 miles, right?
Undoom did the math on it because he said the guy tells how long the English Channel took to make. It was like 30 years or something like that. Just on the distance and the amount of time it took to build that, it would take like 300 years to complete this thing. And that's before you get into crossing tectonic plates or any of the other massive issues you would have with this thing.
Right? Like, I'm sure it could be done, but the logistics on it are astronomical.
No, I'm going to tell you, it cannot be done, especially not at that speed.
No, nowhere near that speed. But, I mean, you could probably have an underground train system of some kind, but it would be a logistical nightmare.
Just the pressure issues are going to cause you to slow down and wait. You'd be better off on the Concorde back in the day, which did the trip to Paris in 6 hours, I think it was. Yeah,
something like that.
You'd have to slow down just for the bends so that you don't die when you get get back up.
That's what I'm saying. If it was like 10 or 12 hours, that'd make more sense. because then you would be going fast, but not ridiculously fast like that. There's no way you could do that in an hour. No way. I could buy that there's a train system that could go under the Atlantic from one continent to another. Fine. That's probably a possibility. But the rest of that is absurd nonsense.
That's not even getting into the pressure of that amount of water sitting on top of whatever tunnel you're building. Water has weight, y'all.
What? No.
Yeah.
No, it's made of fluffy candy canes.
And the
It's like
pressure
cotton
that it would
candy.
put on whatever tunnel you put under it. Do we have anything that could stand up to that pressure?
I don't know. I imagine that you could probably eventually, probably not in our lifetimes, but if science advances far enough, they could probably come up with a way to do it. It would just be, it's beyond our capabilities right now, is what I'm saying.
It'd be easier to build an actual monorail over the Atlantic than to dig a tunnel under it.
Yeah, it would probably be a better idea too.
Fucking hell. Anyway, this government official here is convinced that if the current administration changes the way they're not paying out money already, it's going to cause unnecessary delays. I read this shit and I was like, you didn't just say that out loud. There's no way you're a United States representative and you said this shit out loud.
Well, look, the unnecessary delays. Eventually, you're going to get your high speed after it's vastly outdated.
Well, she said unwarranted, and I do want to highlight that because the delays that have gone on so far, they consider 100% warranted, and it goes back to that equity thing. Because in the BEAD program, I'm guessing that's what it was supposed to be. Not only do companies have to, be like, hey, we need some of this money to get money or to get high-speed internet to Monkey. They have to prove that they have enough diversity in their cable laying business to qualify for the BEAD money. Because you need to have, when it comes to me having decent internet, what really is important is that the person who laid it was a half black, half Mexican midget with a limp.
Well, you know what the Midwest is full of, Monkey, and that's diverse people.
Yeah.
Because you go to Nebraska, it's almost entirely black.
This is why that money
That's
hasn't gone
sarcasm
out.
for the audience.
It's not because nobody's tried for it. The last time we checked in on this, it was something like 43 companies had tried and one had gotten to the end.
Yeah.
One had made it through the 40 plus steps that you have to go through, including proving that you have enough diversity to get the money to lay cable.
Yeah, I don't really care who is digging the trench that puts the cable down, or puts it on the poles or wherever they're putting it these days. I don't care. Just get me better internet. Live in Ohio. Come on, guys. How are we going to get you Florida man stories from Ohio or Ohio man if we don't have better internet? How is Monkey going to make this stream faster and more reliable if they keep doing this bullshit?
Look, man, what's really important is not us being able to run this show uninterrupted. It's that a minority got a job so that I could run this show without interruption.
So dumb.
Your government in action. And that's one word, not two. See what I did with inaction? Anyway.
I liked it. I thought that was a clever pun.
I appreciate that. What else did I have on the docket for this evening? There was something else I want to talk about, and I completely forgot it. I got distracted by my bad internet, which happens from time to time. There's the New York Times told us that. Remind me Michigan. Just say Michigan, and I'll remember next time.
Yes, Michigan.
The New York Times tells us that donations for NPR and PBS have exploded They're taking in money hand over fist with people donating. Because they need our tax money. I don't think that the story had the intended effect. They want to point out, look, people love NPR and PBS. Okay, then they're willing to pay for it, so they don't need our tax dollars. Why are we paying for it if other people are willing to pay for it, Jack?
Redistributionism.
Apparently. But yeah, donations to NPR and PBS stations surge after funding cuts. Donors have turned out to support local stations, but those contributions so far fall well short of the roughly 50 or 533 million a year that Congress cut. Well, in that case, what they need to do is cut some of their fat. Colbert, you don't need 200 people to run your show, and I realize that's CBS, but you get the metaphor there.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen PBS. Most of those shows can be made for a couple of dollars. I'm just throwing that out there. You don't need a big staff for Charlie Rose, Jack.
No, you need a camera guy, the zombie Charlie Rose, and a table. And maybe some black curtains.
And you need some YouTube editor to clip it all together at the end.
Yeah.
There you go. You're done.
Yeah,
you
need like 2 people.
$40 a show. You'll be fine. But yeah, the donations are pouring in. Where's all the rich liberals for this shit? The ones who tell us we need this? How come they're not just funding it?
We need it, not them. That's what they're saying is we need this for you plebs to educate you because you're all unsophisticated dum-dums.
Elon thought we needed a Twitter that was more open and able to express yourself. So he bought the fucking thing and did it.
Yeah, and thank God he did.
If the Soros people think that NPR is that important, they could sponsor it yearly and take care of it and give them more than $500 million. And it would be an issue. What's that?
And spend their money? No,
I know, right?
That works. That's not how communism works. It's everybody else's money except mine. That's how they think.
Yeah, we don't need a national public radio. We do not need a... Look, I realize the Brits are forced into paying for TV that they don't want, but we're not them.
Yeah, we fought a war, so we don't have to do that shit. I'll never understand how they got away with a TV license. Like that's some clever shit right there on behalf of the propaganda department at the BBC or whoever, because that never would have flown here. Oh, we have to pay for that? I don't think so.
All right, so turning to Michigan news. I told you about this offline yesterday, I think it was. But here in Michigan, enrollment in our schools has gone down 8% over the last few years, Jack. Now, knowing that enrollment has gone down 8%, do you think the staffing at our schools has gone up or down?
Oh, I believe it would go up.
For the record, Jack already knows the answer to this, so we're just playing a game here. Do you think it would go up more or less than the 8% that enrollment went down?
Well, going up over that 8% would be just completely ludicrous, Monkey.
14% in staffing. It went up 14% in staffing as it went down 8% in enrollment.
Well, they had to get a diversity officer. They had to get some more HR people. They probably had to have a translator so they could translate whatever the kids are saying to the old folk that run things. They probably had to have a counselor for the female staff who felt like they were mansplained to.
G. Rich Whitler there has come up with an idea, or actually it's the people around her, because it's never her idea when she comes up with fascistic nonsense. Okay, it's not always fascist, authoritarian nonsense, dictatorial nonsense, like she totally deserves a raise because she gave me a job. For those of you who don't know, our governor got recommended for a raise by a group that she nominated every person in the group to be in the group. And shockingly, they all went, yes, she deserves more money.
Oh, it's amazing how that works, isn't it?
Yeah, fuck that whore. Well, they've come out and they have a new Michigan schools suck. It's just the way it is because all American schools suck.
Yeah, thank you, Department of Education.
They have figured out how to fix that, Jack. What we need to do is give the governor control over education.
Oh, I mean, obviously.
She gets to decide curriculum, and then suddenly all of the retard kids we're raising will be smarter.
Yeah, that's how that works, right?
All we need to make the government schools better is more government. Fuck me. How do these people live?
Very well from what I've seen of their pay.
This is like going to Taco Bell and you get E. coli, and then you're like, you know, the way to make Taco Bell better is more E. coli.
I think you're thinking of Chipotle.
Did they have I was just using I've been using Taco Bell for everything lately because I like saying Taco Bell.
That's fair. That's fair.
Plus, it really pisses off the people who are like, it's not Mexican. Yeah, it is. Fuck you. I've seen the workers. Anyway, the notion that you're going to fix something bad by more of that same bad is beyond retarded.
Oh, yeah. Well, double down is the communist way. You just didn't do it right with the first batch of people, so you have to add more staff to come up with more bad ideas.
All restaurants are Taco Bell? Yes, or they should be.
The Demolition Man showed us the dark future that is Taco Bell.
I had Subway for dinner tonight, but I should have had Taco Bell.
Oh.
Yeah. I've never had Taco Bell and been like, oh, I shouldn't have had that. I've had
every
that
time I have Taco Bell, I have that feeling.
No, my feeling after Taco Bell is, damn, it's gone. I love me some Taco Bell, man. And I know it's grade C meat. Maybe if all meat was grade C, it'd be better.
I'm sure it's kangaroo or something delicious like that. That's where I decided I wanted to eat kangaroo because I heard that's what was in the meat at Taco Bell. And I was like, that stuff's delicious.
I finally went to a Five Guys restaurant because everybody talks about it and how great their burgers are.
Oh, that's so overrated, dude.
You guys are fucking retarded with that shit.
Yeah, it's greasy. The fries are gross. I don't like Five Guys. I've never had a good experience at that place. It always seems like it's overpriced and you're getting a lot of oil.
Well, there's going to be a lot of oil when your restaurant's named after a porn video.
Yeah. It might as well have the 5 black dudes behind the sofa and you can sit on the sofa and pose for the picture. Because that's how your asshole's going to feel afterward.
Their ad should just be the 5 black guys behind the sofa, and on the sofa is a greasy burger making a wet spot.
Yeah. It's just too messy. It's
not
even that good.
It reminds me very much of anytime some national chain blows up like that, where people, it's the greatest thing ever. It might be for you, but I have to question what's wrong with your taste buds.
Yeah. Look, I've had some greasy spoon food over the years, various traveling and stuff like that. And no matter where I've gone, any greasy spoon that serves burgers have never been that greasy. I've never had a burger as greasy as a Five Guys burger anywhere else.
And it has that cheap meat taste.
It does. It's not good because not only is it like low grade tasting meat, but then you have all the grease on it too. And the toppings don't ever taste fresh to me. So that's the difference between them and like a Culver's, where Culver's is very greasy hamburger. But it tastes like they put butter on it.
It tastes like quality meat.
Yeah, it's higher quality meat, and they put butter on it, on the bun, I think, specifically, to try and add to the flavor. Yeah,
and I'm ragging on Five Guys because I saw a video the other day where this guy, he kept a Big Mac for 7 months and it didn't mold at all. Nothing happened to it. It's not real food. And so he did an update where he went and he bought a Whopper, a Big Mac, and a Five Guys shit burger. And he just put them away in their bag. And then he checks on them a month later. And the Five Guys one is covered in black mold. Not mold, Jack. Fucking black mold.
That's disgusting.
The entire thing was black. That's not how your food should look after a month. It really shouldn't. Even if you want to make
shouldn't keep it for that long.
Even if you did keep it for that long, the entire thing was black. The Burger King Whopper had some mold on it, mostly from the mayonnaise.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then the McDonald's one looked just like it came out of. That I'm sure it's perfectly the same as when you bought it fresh.
So what they're telling me is that during the apocalypse, I can still go to McDonald's.
Yes.
I mean, that Twinkies will go great together. Awesome. I don't know how they think this is a selling point. Like, that should last forever. Fucking fantastic. I'm getting value for the dollar.
Haven't had fast food in 3.5 years. I'm sad for you, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I like fast food.
Yeah.
And the reason that I saw this is somebody tweeted out that video
right
and tweeted out that video and they're like, they're not serving us real food. If you really believe that, then only eat at Five Guys, where apparently their food turns to literal shit in a month, and be healthy, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose, but I don't know. I know we get Culver's is really good. They're just a lot more expensive, and you have to wait fucking forever.
See, our Culver's
there's
is
way
really
better
good.
burger chains.
Our Culver's, we've never had to wait very long. It's nice, and they bring it to me, and I'm lazy, so
yeah, that's fair. Well, the last time I went to Culver's, I waited 20 minutes. They brought me my drink first, and it was like all soda water.
Wait.
There was no Mountain Dew.
They bring you your drink at our Culver's, hands us a cup and makes us go to the drink machine.
Oh, I went through the drive-thru, dude. I don't go inside.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Go. I'd have to get out of my car. What are you, high? How do you think I got fat? I just sit out in the lot with the stupid sticker on my mirror, and they bring it out.
Our closest Culver's is long enough away that bringing it home isn't horrible, but I'd prefer to eat it there where it's fresh.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to eat something in the car, I want it to be something. You can't eat Culver's in the car. It's too messy.
Well, I've been cutting down on my fast food, except for Panda Express. That shit's delicious. So I haven't gone to any real fast food places in a while, but I've been having a real urge to go out to Raising Cane's. Do you
never
have those
been? I've heard of it, but never. No, I've heard of it, but never been to one.
Now, see, that's a delicious greasy food. It's chicken breaded, and you get like their little sauce, and I always get an extra one because it's so good. You could get coleslaw, but swap it for another piece of bread, and you're going to have a delicious meal that will probably kill you, but it is really good.
Mofo says a mom and pop shop I like is even greasier than Five Guys. The greasy part of Five Guys isn't what turns me off of it. It's the taste of the meat. The meat is just not good.
Yeah. There's a lot of places like that where it's just disappointing. And they want way too much money for the food now, thanks to the pandemic.
Well, they finally, oddly enough, they got their $15 an hour fast food people, so you got to pay for that somehow. Can't do all of it with just kiosks that replace those. How many people that used to be cashiers at McDonald's and have been replaced by the kiosk in the vestibule there are making good money at McDonald's now?
Oh, none of them are there anymore. They're all got let go because it's not a position anymore. Like the manager takes over the register if there's an issue. So, yeah, they downsized to compensate for the higher wages they had to pay everybody, obviously.
I feel like some of us warned them that this would happen.
Yeah, it's almost like this is completely predictable. It's like
And-
it's common sense or something.
Pisses me off too because I prefer to deal with a person.
Yeah, I do too. That's why I hate the U scans at Walmart.
I hate the U scans at Walmart because one, they're way too easy to steal from, and two, why am I doing your job?
Yeah, it's not like they're giving me 10% off for using it.
Yep.
I'm not getting paid to do all this extra labor, and we've already established I'm incredibly lazy. So I don't want to deal with that. I'll just push the cart up and be like, here's my shit. Ring me out.
Well, they put those in finally. Walmart resisted it for a long time, not because they care that much about having humans doing the job. That would have been Sam, and he died a long time ago.
Yeah.
But because of why they're now looking at getting rid of them, theft.
Yeah, that's a major problem. Plus, the machines break down, and if you don't have somebody standing there, you're not going to be able to do security on 5 or 6 different machines by keeping an eye on what everybody's doing.
And instead of telling the entitled people, like, I have to wait in a line for 10 minutes to suck it the fuck up and be thankful that they live in a country where it's only 10 minutes to get an entire month's worth of groceries.
Right? That they're probably putting on their EBT card.
Yeah, and so instead we're like, oh my God, they had to wait a couple of minutes. Oh no, we got to fix this problem. I used to hate them fucking whiners when I worked at Walmart, and they'd be like, they have all of these registers, but only 4 of them open. And I couldn't help myself. And the one time I'm like, would you prefer we only had 4 registers? Would that change anything?
It'd make me happier. More room for product that I might want to purchase.
It's such a dumbass argument. They have all these registers. How come they only have 3 cashiers? Well, because historic trends tell us that at this time, 3 cashiers will be enough to cover the amount of stuff coming through, thereby lowering prices for you by saving money for the company.
Yeah, and you can wait a few minutes, you lazy bum.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh
it's
my
not
God.
that fucking hard.
Had to wait half an hour. Oh no, I hope nobody died.
Yeah, I was watching I think I was watching The Ankle, and he was doing a reaction to a Feudy Beauty video. That bitch is in Syria, and she went out grocery shopping and was bitching that she couldn't get ice cream. You're in a war zone.
Yeah.
You know, she's Canadian, so maybe she doesn't have it as nice as we do here in the States and Canada, but holy fuck, man. That's why I'm not leaving the U.S. I could go get whatever I want right now.
That one fat lady that we watched who moved to Africa, what was her complaint? Her biggest complaint was access to food.
Yeah. I mean, you went to Africa. I always think of the Sam Kinison one. See, this is sand. Nothing grows in
Yes.
it.
And it's not even like she went to someplace modern, like I was going to say the capital of South Africa, and I forgot it.
Oh, Johannesburg?
Johannesburg, thank you. Or to Cairo, or to any of the capitals of countries you've heard of. She
Yeah.
went to like outback Zimbabwe.
Yeah, like I mean, you could go to pretty much any major city in like Nigeria and have it better than you would in bumfuck Zimbabwe.
She's living in the fucking outskirts of the outskirts.
Yeah, why don't you just move to the outback and hope you don't run into a Mad Max movie?
Fuck.
Jesus, people are so dumb. What'd you expect to happen, you idiot?
I'm going to go live the tribal life and then complain that the tribal life sucks ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna go live the tribal life and expect it to be just like the first world modern day. Idiots.
I'm offended that if the British want Hidden Valley Ranch, they have to order it from Amazon. That is oppression. Having to wait a couple of minutes to pay for your Hidden Valley you were able to pick up off the shelf, that's not a problem.
No, but they do have a king, and he could probably get it. But I think the British people are being oppressed on many fronts.
They are. They need more access to Hidden Valley, not just ranch, because most ranch is shit. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, Hidden Valley's okay. I prefer Marzetti's, but that's a disagreement we've had many times. No, I think that there should be a bunch of people that go out into the Thames and dump whatever nonsense they have that is taking the shelf space of Hidden Valley Ranch. Like, dump your spotted dick in the Thames.
Most ranch is great. You're just picky. No, there's some very good ranch out there. I like restaurant ranches, what they used to just call house dressing.
Yeah.
Because those are really good. And Hidden Valley is really as close as you can get to that in your home without making it yourself. And fuck, I'm not doing that. But
Lazy,
that's why I like Hidden Valleys, because it does have that more. When did they change that from house dressing to calling it ranch? Because that happened sometime in my lifetime.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were clinging on to that after they still called it ranch, so it's kind of an artifact.
Huh.
But I prefer the buttermilk ranch, which is why I like Marzetti's better, because Hidden Valley doesn't have a good buttermilk ranch.
How dare you?
I know, I'm a heathen. But yeah, it's okay. Hidden Valley's still good. Don't get me wrong. Not disputing that it is flavorful and delicious. It's just I prefer a slightly creamier buttermilk flavor.
Mofo says Kraft Ranch is ass. It is, but I will still eat it in a pinch. But I have to know that's what I'm having. If I accidentally eat, like somebody didn't tell me it was Kraft, and I take a bite of it, I almost gag. Like,
yeah, that shit's nasty.
Oh, okay. We're doing Timu Ranch right now. I'm prepared. You got to prepare for that. I'm just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up this one. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you for the donations. Hopefully, Jeremy makes a video that we get a laugh at in the very near future.
Oh, that'd be spectacular.
Because I never get tired of laughing at that retard.
It is a weird hobby we seem to have.
So look forward to that. Yeah, just thank you for everything. You guys are amazing. Jack, anything you want to shill out?
I'm dropping some links in the chat to some cool stuff. As always, guys, thank you so much for all the donations and support you give us. It's great seeing you guys night after night. It really is. And it's a lot of fun. So thank you guys for everything you do. And thank you for all the donations. You guys are fantastic.
All jokes aside from tonight's main topic, we got to start telling these feminist idiots no. Just no.
There needs to be more use of the word no and the phrase mind your own business.
Yes. And I want to throw Madam Savvy's video in here again for those who are interested in seeing it. I threw it in way earlier, but there's a lot of interesting information just in this one. And she has another one, which I'm probably going to watch right after the show, Jack, where it goes even further into what these degenerate shitbags are really like.
Some would say balls deep.
Again, I don't know this person. I'm not recommending all of their content, but this video was good, and I am going to check out the other one. So if you watch it and you find out that they're crazy bitch too, that's on you, not me. Throwing that out there. Jack, a pleasure as always.
Always glad to be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, take care of yourselves. We love you. See you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Hidden Valley's the only good ranch. Jack's wrong.